So we're with Veronica Chail, the host of OMNI's Bollywood Boulevard. How are you doing today, Miss World Canada?
I am doing fabulous. How are you doing, Dominic?
I'm doing very good. This is actually my first time being here in Miss World Canada. I'm really excited. I didn't expect anything to be like this.
Are you a pageant guy?
I would say so.
Yeah?
I'd say so. First
They're
time.
fun, right? A lot of charismatic girls, a lot of talented girls. They put a lot of work into this.
They did.
And they're very smart and bright, and there's a lot of potential over here.
Definitely. You were the host from last year. How is it like now you're being the judge behind the scenes, kind of like?
It's completely different. It is actually a lot more work being a judge because you're kind of determining the girl that's going to represent the nation in Canada. But hosting is also really busy and stressful too because there's so much going on around you. But I just have fun. I just be myself and we have a good time, right?
Yeah, definitely. You're the judge. How, what are the critiques and things you look for as the girl for Miss World Canada?
I look at a girl who is down to earth, who's real, who's candid, who's beautiful inside and out, and knows that there's a world just beyond her. Someone who's bold, who's fearless, and just doesn't take herself too seriously, but understands that there's a bigger cause and that they are, oh, don't worry, don't walk into our camera shot. I had to point that out. See, that's the way I am, Nobody knows that there's a big light over there shining on us. But going back to your point and the interview, I look for, me personally, I look for a girl who's bold, who's bright, who's charismatic, who owns the stage and rocks that stage and who can represent Canada wholeheartedly. That's really important to me.
She's just raw, right? Right there, raw.
And real. Raw and real, candid, and fearless. That fearless factor goes a really long way because it's not just the stage, it's everyday stuff. You're hosting events, you're interacting with people, you're having to deal with things that you're not expecting, and under pressure with no sleep, and you're supposed to look really good at the same time, right? And there's this big wham team behind you that helps you, wardrobe, hair, makeup, and all of that. But at the end of the day, she's the spokesperson and the person who's representing this organization in Canada. So she really has to have that fearless factor about her.
Definitely. It's huge expectations. It's weird because girls have so much expectations about themselves, from the public, and it's crazy how much they go through.
Yes, it's crazy how much we go through. Really and truly, this right here, I get a lot of help. I do not wake up like this, despite what people think, that I wake up like this. I'm just kidding. No, there's a lot of expectations, but I think that one thing is that as women, we need to help each other. We need to cheer each other on and be a really big support system for one another. I think we can have it all, maybe not all at the same time, but we can, take care of ourselves, and that's a good thing. We can enjoy fashion, we can take care of our looks, but also give back, and I think that's a big thing for me. Someone who does a lot of charity work. Charity work to me is really big. I do a lot of anti-human trafficking work and human rights work, and someone who really cares about the fact that there's a bigger world just beyond the pageant and the stage and the hair, the makeup, and the lights. And someone who is really taking that position in this title wholeheartedly and carrying it and owning it, I think that's really important. And that she doesn't realize that expectation's on her. She's just being who she is, and she owns it, and that's an important part.
Did we see that tonight?
Oh yes, out of these girls, I think there's definitely some potential. You can tell that some girls are nervous, that's the truth of it. And there are certainly some, to be honest, I want to hear them speak. I want to hear them speak.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't hear them speak. It was
not
just...
Yet.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, so they're going to be interviewed.
Oh,
and that's
awesome.
going to be the determining factor for me, because that, for me, is so important. If you can articulate yourself, if you can be raw and candid and honest, without having to be scripted and robotic, that's my thing. I really like that stuff, and I think that for women, we need to just be enthusiastic, we need to be passionate, we need to be persistent, and we need to have fun in all of this. Make sure you're enjoying the process, right? It's a fun thing, right? Who doesn't like to rock some designer wear and have the glitz and glamour, but also be part of something so much bigger than just who we are and be an extension of what we can give back to the world. And this title is a huge honor and a very powerful title, and so that's why the right girl has to win. So I'm looking for you, sweetheart. I'm looking for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
that was
you,
an
Dominic.
awesome interview.
Well, thank you. This guy's pretty awesome. Dominic over here. I think I'm going to start interviewing him next time, okay? Watch out
Awesome.
for that. Round 2. Dominic and BC.